Dudes and dudettes, listen up. Do me a favor. Down there in the description box is a link for Rad Poker. I need you to click on it. Here's why. If you download it and play, you will win this much money. Your house will look like that. You'll drive this car. You'll date her or her or her. If you're gay or woman, you'll date him or him or him. All of these things will happen, guaranteed, if you download Rad Poker. Also, why would you not? You get to play one-on-one poker with a chess-style clock. Get to make rapid decisions, repetition, get better at poker. Download it now. Just do it because I told you to. You do everything your wife tells you to. You don't even like her. So come on, download the app. Do it, please. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks, we're back. We're at the Lodge. It's in Texas, Austin to be exact. And we are playing the 2-3 No Limit Texas Hold'em. When I say we, I mean me and Grace is to my left. And let me tell you a little bit about this game. We're only like 4 or 5 handed, something like this. And the guy in the corner there, upper right-hand corner, he's got like, I don't know, 1,600 in green, about 1,000 something in black. He is not skilled at poker. And so we're playing because he's there. That's, sort of like a mean way to say it, but that's, to the point. That's what's going on. I'm not saying he's like the worst player ever, but he's worse than me, and that's all that matters. So what is going on here? Big blind is made at 175, and I have king, queen. And now here's the thing. I don't have a very good hand to call this check raise. There's not like a single draw out there except for gutter balls, and I don't have the sense that this feller, is coming in there all hot and heavy with the gutter. Feel more comfortable if there are, like 2 of the same suit on the board, that he could have like a gutter with a flush draw. But, this was one I think I should just give up on the flop. Turn card comes, some of the gutters now get there, puts a heart draw up there. Not a lot going on for me except for now I have my own gutter. He bets $175 again. I decide to continue again. I think that call's better than the call on the flop. River card's an ace. He bets another 175. He's looking at me like I'm a cow. He's just milking me for all I've got. And the price gets the better of me, even though I can't beat, I have second pair. And I have the best second pair, but what does that even mean? Nothing. I call, and he flips over 9-5, and that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if he should have 9-5, but that's what he has, and he played it fine. He got a fish on the line, and he reeled him in good. Our buddy here puts in the $20 straddle. I don't know his name, otherwise I'd call him his name. I guess I'll just call him under the gun for now. I don't know his name. I look down at ace-10. That's a good hand. It's hard to get ace-10. I'm going to make it $60 here. I can make Broadway hands. I can make 2 pair quads, all kind of stuff, 2 different flushes because I'm double suited. So I make it 60. Then the guy who looks like Bob Ross goes all in for 114. The straddler folds. Obviously, I'm going to have to call this. Now, this dude had been going all in like this a little bit. He'd been buying in short and just trying to get it into gamble. He's on his 4th or 5th bullet. And my ace-10, I believe, is going to outrun. Yeah, he's going to outrun his pocket 7s. So I'm able to get a little bit back in this pot from what I lost in that first one, although just a little bit. So good job, me. Pat me on the back. And let's move on to another pot here.
Get some vlog time here.
You want to be on it? This dude is from Korea. What's your name?
Brandon.
What's your name's Brandon?
Yeah. Name. Michael.
Mike.
Lucas.
Okay, now we're 4-handed because Grace decided to go play a different game, and our friend made it 10 under the gun, and then I looked down at ace-king and raised it up to 30, and then get over to our buddy from Korea. His name is Brandon. He's a student at Brown University, and I was telling Grace that I thought he was playing like a little bit scared because he's a college kid with no money. And then she brought up the fact that he goes to Brown University and he bought into this poker game for like $1,500. And you got to imagine that when you were in college, I know when I was in college I didn't have $1,500. In fact, when I was in college, my aunt used to send me $10 Jimmy John's gift cards, and I would go and buy the day-old bread for like 80 cents, and then they would give me cash back because that's how poor I was. So is this kid really playing scared? I don't know, but you'll see in this hand that I definitely took it easy on him because I was afraid that he had like a monster hand, because why wouldn't I? I didn't have this knowledge that he, was this rich kid from Brown. And if you ask him, he would tell you he's not, because later on the night I did. So he bets 55 on this, flop, and I call, and then the turn card comes a 3, and, I'm just going to continue the story. I'm going to check to him. And you can raise. Like, there are raises. Like, I have ace-king. I could raise. But here's the thing. If I have ace-king, unless he's got aces or 8, or 3 kings, what's he coming along with? He didn't 3-bet me with king-queen, or 4-bet me with king-queen. He didn't 4-bet me with pocket 8s, 4s, or 3s. So I like a call. He bets 250. I like my call. I suppose he could have like an ace-queen of diamonds hand. You're right. Whoever said that. Here's 7 of clubs. I check. He checks, and I do scoop the pot. Did I win the maximum? Probably not, but I'm okay with it. Now it's my turn to straddle, but I have the poor man straddle on. Oh, and we're 3-handed. You can see we're still going after those funds, me and Michael. Michael makes it 35 to go, and I look down at a hand that you can't even see. Oh, there it is, 7-9 offsuit, and I'm not folding on the button with 7-9 offsuit. It's hard to get a 7 and a 9, especially at the same time. So I call the $35. We go heads up to a flop, and the flop gives me what, a pair? Yeah, a pair of 9s, and that's a pretty good hand heads up. So let's find out what he's going to do, and then we'll act accordingly. He bets 35 again. Well, that's just the perfect price for me, so I'm coming along for show. For shizzle. I won't do that again, I promise. Turn card's another 9. If I was going to hand pick a card from the deck to come out, that's probably the one that I would pick. Possibly a 7, because it's more deceptive. I fire out $50, hoping that Michael says those magic words of, I raise. But, hey, if you look in the left-hand corner, you see gray, so you can tell by that power knot. He ends up calling. So we're going to go to a river card, which is an innocuous. Is that the right word? Innocuous. Deuce of clubs. I'm not scared of it, is what I'm trying to say. I make it 80 bones. I'm just trying to bet small, trying to get him to make a crying call. He sees my hand and starts weeping because he can't beat it. And that makes me smile because, I won the pot, so I smiled. What are you going to do? This hand's all kind of screwed up. So Michael throws out $15 there. Nobody knows why. That's why he takes it back. Even the floor rule, or the dealer rule, just leave it there, dude. We'll see what happens. So he limps in now. The button does, which means Michael has to make it 15 because the action didn't change. And then he gets over to me, and I have 2 black 3s. It's a lot of words to say. I don't really care because I'm just going to come along anyway because I have 2 black 3s. Crabs. Some people call them crabs. I don't, but I've heard other people do it. Gets back to the button, who now he wants us to believe that he has a $45 hand, and I don't. I wouldn't think Michael would either, but Michael didn't think this out very well, or maybe this is the one to play in the small blind. I don't know, because Michael does something I did not expect, and he folds. So, and I don't care that it's $45. Again, I got 2 crabs, 2 3s, 2 black ones, and I'd like to see a flop, especially against this particular player who likes to mix it up. He's not afraid to gamble, I'll tell you that. I won't lie to you. I got no reason to. Comes 9-10 deuce, 2 clubs, and against a reasonable player, you got to expect that they have, big high card hands, ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack, things like this, king, queen. Against this guy, he could honestly have any 2 cards. He could have a Costco card in there for all I know. He bets $55, and I'm going to see at least 1 card, see what happens on the turn. If he keeps firing at it, who knows, we might give up. We might not. I don't know. Got to see how I feel. Poker is a feel game. It's not always math. Turn card's a deuce. This particular guy could have a deuce, but you can't go around thinking that everybody's got deuces under the bed. So I check. We're going to see what he does, and he does this like weird one-finger check. That's not too scary. River card's a 10, which we know he can't have because he would have bet that on the turn. So I'm going to throw out 100 and target those ace-high hands, and I imagine he will call fairly often, and sometimes if he wants, he'll fold, but I don't think he'll raise very often because there's just nothing he can have. And so when he makes it, I don't even remember $330 here. I just snap call that. There's just no way he has me beat. And he doesn't. He flips over 7-6. And you guys might not believe this, but later on in the night, I kid you not, I'm not lying, I got no reason to, this gentleman, lost those chips to us. So it was a good night for us, not a good night for him. And third night in a row in Texas, will be book a nice win.